Hello, everyone. I'm Carol Behan, wishing you a happy new year. Since this is the first video, it's January the 19th, so compared with New Year's Day, it's beyond what I would have. It's life happening while I was busy making plans to launch this year's videos for the Lunar Cycles, which some of you prior to this video were taking in time to time during 2023 and all the way back to the year before that when things began, Spirit suggesting that I offer occasionally live Zoom gatherings, the new moons, and in other times when things didn't quite come together, to sit down around the time, especially of the new moons, and record some thoughts in a meditation. So welcome back to, and what I'm doing as I go back and forth is holding a beautiful crystal fluorite, octahedron. I think I'll have remembered that right, an 8-sided beautiful crystal. So it wanted to be a part of things. Let me get it up near the screen so it can communicate some of its beautiful energies to you, this beautiful fluorite. And I like that it came to me through the work of a woman who, explain a little bit more when we move a little further into this. Her name is Shanta Gabrielle, and this was blessed by the energies of Mount Shasta some years ago when she lived there, and I did some work with her. And this came to me with the energies of her blessing and those of Mount Shasta. So it's here today to help us get started with these videos. Since the first of the new moons of the year has passed, and it was the new moon in Capricorn, and again, for anybody who has come along through the videos and the gatherings of the new moons of 2023, I trust and hope that if lunar energies are ones you observe and follow along in grandmother moon cycles of new to full moon and new moon, and the beautiful circle of that energy, the spiral of it through the year. So if the Capricorn new moon came to your attention, being the first of our calendar year, the intent, hopefully, was setting a seed for the lunar cycle and for the year to come. It came soon after our calendar new year, when we think about and express and meditate about what we would like the new year to bring. So here we are now, January the 19th, and I have been receiving some guidance as to where to take these videos, many of which, maybe not all, will correspond with and connect with the new moons coming up. And there's so much going on, which explains in part, and even the weather being a part of it. You might have noticed that, well, I'm certainly dressed for the need to stay as warm and comfortable as possible in the wintry weather. If you are listening to this at any time near the middle of January 2024, you are likely experiencing some of the very wintry weather here in North America. And staying warmly dressed is the way to go to be comfortable. Blessed by the warmth of this particular home here at Light Spring Glen. Not sure I mentioned Light Spring Glen before right this moment. But beyond this window over there, looking out the snowy landscape, and I want to tell you a special thing that happened in the morning. It's now mid-afternoon almost. Looking out this window, I have the curtains drawn now so it won't wash out what you see of this individual speaking with you. And I am so glad I was looking up and out, because running through the hemlocks just across the pond, getting goosebumps, was a beautiful red fox, and it was galloping along. I see them on occasion here on the property, but it's not a common sight. And so I felt the blessings of this beautiful individual, this fox. So think of that and what it might be bringing to you also as a message of itself, of its beautiful essence to you. So I love that it happened, and that I wasn't looking down at my notes or cards that I might have been doing with the oracle, that I instead was, because it was a quick passing through, so that delight of seeing it. As Spirit urged me to continue, my guides, my helpers in 2024, and then the opportunity to be with everybody, or even to make a video for the first new moon, what I was urged to do and directed to do instead was to offer you a practice of your earth anchor, of setting your earth anchor. Now, I'll talk a little bit about the background of it, and then I will lead us through it. It's not so much meditation, although it could be, as a practice to utilize. Everything is pointing to a year ahead that is going to be, I hate to say it, but the first word that came to me was tumultuous. A year that at certainly at times will be tumultuous. It will be eventful. It will be these words that come through, exasperating. It will be at times an exasperating journey we'll be on. Things will be like that, but it can be a time of incredible joy and wonder and awesome in the best sense of the word. But it will be a big year. There's no way it won't. The people whose information that is particularly meaningful to me, and I often reference Pam Gregory. I will include her YouTube link below. And I rely a lot on what she has to say and receives information-wise from her cosmic and astrological guidance, especially about the new moons and the full moons. But she and other people who are anticipating, intuiting what is coming, are telling us about the challenges that are coming to us, but also how it is that we can carry ourselves and journey through this year with a sense of well-being, with finding peace, and staying centered. That's what this practice is about. I want to share with you one of the things that, let me bring up this image. I am sure it will make you smile. Yes, yes, yes. This artist who created this beautiful image of, the title of it is Wintering. And the artist is Jessica Boehman. I may not be pronouncing her last name exactly as it should be, and I'll print it below. But have a look. Oh, and there's the fox. I absolutely love this. Wintering. I mean, we as humans bedazzled our way into the new year with the crystal ball coming down at midnight and the fireworks and all of that. And now that some of the restrictions of the previous couple of years of all of that demanding time of the pandemic have somewhat been left, that we are moving ahead, we are moving on. There is an inordinate sense, to my mind, of rushing forward. Sometimes ill-advised, and heaven knows there is that compulsion to rush forward. We are in a pretty dynamic, if not chaotic time in terms of where we are as a country, United States, in terms of what is the political scene right now. It's all I'm going to say. So The reason I say that is, look at this. We are between the first of the new moons and the one upcoming on February where is this to be sure, February the 9th, which is the Chinese New Year. I'll make a quick mention of that in a minute. But in what you see of this tree and of nature and of the creatures, such as the fox that visited here this morning, is that it is still a time, even though the days are getting incrementally longer and brighter here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is still a time to be still, to be hibernating, to be still in stasis in terms of our replenishing ourselves before we come out of our burrows and out of the tunnels and come into the growing light, which is celebrated wonderfully with the upcoming Imbolc, February the 2nd. I won't get into that now and how much to even, I want to keep the background of this relatively short so that I can present to you the practice of setting our root. We need something to keep us grounded. This is a wonderful practice to do so that we'll be getting to quite momentarily. I would like at this point of the video, bring myself back here and thank you, Jessica, for your wonderful image. Here, and here I am back with you, I trust. That as we continue our journey, oh yes, so what was it I was going to ask of you? I was going to ask of you as you come to this video, especially if it's something brand new, or even for those of you who've returned, would you help to its energy to move out to wider and wider places and more people by, when you finish listening to this, if you would hit that like, whatever it is, I guess the thumbs up, a comment or two about what it brought to you in terms of energies or understandings, anything, a quick comment. And if it's a video that you find yourself drawn to, would like to know more, please subscribe. I do have a newsletter that began last year and it more or less was monthly. It isn't too much more frequent than that, but it will carry along the reminders of these videos of things that come up that I think people will enjoy knowing about in terms of these beautiful natural cycles. And an invitation for sure in the one about to go out to what is the present list of newsletter subscribers, an invitation to what will be a Zoom gathering for the next new moon, February the 9th. It is the Lunar New Year, and we'll bring in the Year of the Dragon. So last but not least, remembering that sweet image of Jessica's that I just had on screen for you, it is the quieter energies that are the Year of the Rabbit, a yin energy. Just allow yourself to relish what is still of those energies before we get catapulted into the Year of the Dragon. Right behind me, other than that incredible image I've always loved having, the Lady of the Lakes, who is back there. Next to the candle, which you see flickering, hard to see it at all, except it's against the silver of the lamp base, is the dragon, is my companion dragon for the year. So we have that coming. But for now, time to still relish the stillness and be in your depths, be in quiet reflection, rest. It's a rejuvenating time still, and honor that this is indeed the order of things, to be in the natural cycles of this time of year. So let me now go to telling you about this practice and leading us through it. It was presented, if there's anyone who's gone further on my channel or previous to this and has seen other videos, I have recorded this, and I did it in an outdoor setting out there among the hemlocks that I mentioned to you. The anchoring of one's energy, I think I called it the tree of life, tree of light. Oh, where is that? The tree of light alignment. This year, as I give it to you up front, for sure, it is an establishing and practicing of your earth anchor. So that is what's coming to you. What else before we get into it? What else? Bit of water while I'm pondering. Thanking you again for being with me, which I'll do at the end too before I sign off. I guess because I haven't done a video or two very much in a while, it seemed like there was a fair amount of housekeeping to do before the heart of this came. As you will see in the details, and which will be true of any video that's beyond, say, a 10-minute length, there will be indicators in those detail lists, that set of details and explanation that's beneath the video, that will give you the timestamp, and you can click on that to go straight back into the video where, in this case, the practice of the earth anchor is. But it's one that I hope will be of use to you well beyond being in this video with me, and something that you can adapt. I will say before I present it, it's going to be done in a bit of a slow manner, just so I can emphasize things. The details of it, again, will be below. So when I talk about the heart chakra and what goes on there, you won't have to try to remember it and go back. The main points of it, again, will be in the link below, or in the detail list below. Something like that. When I first learned this through Shanta Gabrielle, she highly recommended that as you practice it, that you let it naturally present itself to you in terms of how to maybe summarize it, to use in a shorthand kind of way, and simply let it become something individualized for you. The certain basics of which chakras there are will be there, but the more you allow it to organically become a part of you, and as often as you are able to employ it, the more it will be of use to you. I remember in particular one time early on learning this, I was taking a flight somewhere, early morning departure from the airport, and I wanted to literally ground my energy before I took off into the wide skies and the destination, wherever it was, I don't remember, wherever I was going. So I sat quietly in a space near my boarding gate, and I, to myself, went through this meditation or practice of grounding and being, it was a wonderful grounding, literally in a sense, but just center me and ground me. There's two things that go on, centering and grounding. Last but not least, what it does is connect you more vitally to the earth, to our beautiful mother. Many references you'll be hearing there. One of the most fabulous ways to do this is to be out in nature and to be near a tree, to be leaning against it and feeling that connection, that like the trees, we are bridges between heaven and earth. So thank you very much for coming to learn about this. I'm going to take a minute to center and ground myself, and then we will begin. All you really need to do, you can close your eyes. We will have a very short time centering quiet. So this beautiful practice of establishing and vitalizing ourselves as an anchor, anchoring ourselves to Earth's manifesting and being in our earth anchor. We are bridges. Like the trees, we bridge earth to sky, heaven to earth. And we begin by acknowledging two things quickly, is that within our heart space, there is the light of our spirit. The moment, just feel that in your heart, the light of your spirit, your soul's light. It is nourished by a cosmic connection, and we're going to start with that. Feeling that earth, wherever that that spirit. Know yourself to be this bridge, heaven to earth, earth to sky. Let your awareness rise through your, all the way up and through your crown chakra and above what is the higher self. We'll be working with the chakras here and up to and acknowledging that beautiful cosmic point to which you are aligned. I guess I'll speak with it in the first person rather than try to go back and forth. I celebrate this cosmic connection to which I am aligned. Feel the energy coming down from there in a light pulse of light, cosmic light. I welcome this light to my higher self and receive its gifts of mystery, magic, and marvel with gratitude and joy. I welcome the light descending now to bless my crown chakra, opening to receive its gifts of mystery, magic, and marvel. I give thanks and celebrate that this is so. I welcome the light to my third eye and receive the light of clarity and the light of wisdom. I give thanks and celebrate that this is so. Now may the light descend, and I welcome the light to my throat chakra, receiving the light of truth and the light of compassion. I give thanks and celebrate that this is so. I welcome the light to my high heart and receive radiant health and well-being, a strengthening of my immune system, my aura, and my chakras. I give thanks and celebrate that this is so. I welcome the light to my heart chakra. I am loved. I receive and welcome this love. I am loved. I embody this love. I am loved. I radiate this love. I give thanks and celebrate that this is so. I welcome the light to my solar plexus. I receive the golden light of courage and will to be all that I came to be in this journey. I give thanks and celebrate that this is so. I welcome the light to my sacral chakra. I celebrate that I am of divine feminine. I celebrate that I am a sacred masculine. I celebrate the dance that is their union of joy and love. I welcome the light to my root chakra. I receive the light of abundance, the light of security, and that of ancient wisdom and knowing. I give thanks and celebrate that this is so. I welcome the light to my Earth Star chakra. I celebrate this radiant connecting point of my physical self to you, Great Mother. The light descending in full to the crystalline point of connection deep within your beautiful Earth Self, Great Mother. And with gratitude, I send once more the coil of my magnetic cord, the coil of my electric cord. I give thanks they're anchoring in the depth of your earthen being. And I give thanks for this gravitational embrace. I celebrate the fullness of this cosmic light to and through my energy systems and bodies to this great connection to you, Great Mother. The light now rising again, blessed with your energies through my lower chakras, through into my heart's radiant light, with the spark of soul energy that is with me each and every second and millisecond of this journey. The light rising, the flow of this energy up and through my throat and third eye and crown chakra and higher self to flow up to that cosmic point and connect with the radiant energy of all who are consciously in this beautiful energy of existence and consciousness, this time of connecting and earth history, earth the beingness. We are one. We share one beautiful heart. This radiant bridge that I am is what I will move through the rest of this day with knowingly, mindfully, and gratefully. And once again, this practice, I celebrate and give thanks that this is so. Blessed be to one and all. Reminding you the details of each of these points of our energetic body, of the chakras, of the bringing down into and then allowing the flow back up of this radiant energy to which we are connected and can bring into consciousness and mindfulness through a more meditative time such as this has been, to one that we can step into as needed, wherever it is we might be, to be aware of this bridge and anchor that we have between heaven and earth, the sky. So on from this video, we will connect again. For those who can join us via Zoom, do be aware that through my website that you will see a connection that will allow you to find that link as it will come online, so to speak, that you might join us and others in these beautiful circles of energetic connection as we go through the beautiful spiral of this year's Earth Dance. We give thanks for all who are of our companions and helpers and for one another. I give thanks for your presence here to this video. Give thanks for our mindfulness of knowing how it is we're connected by sharing this beautiful heart energy of Mother Earth, Grandmother Moon, and all that is connected. Thank you so very much. So for now, from Light Spring Glen, wishing you very well in these weeks that will bring us through a full moon of this next week, the first full moon of 2024, and then on to the celebration of the Lunar New Year and Imlok. So on we go for now. Thank you. So very good to be with all of you this day. Take care. Much love from Light Spring Glen.